Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news alright, folks. Today we're diving into some electrifying updates that could very well reshape the landscape of the AFC North, especially when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers' future prospects. We all know the division is fierce, competitive, and always full of surprises, but recent developments suggest that things are about to get even more interesting. And trust me, as Steelers fans, we want to stay ahead of the curve, understanding exactly what's happening behind the scenes, what moves are being made, and how they might impact our beloved team on the road to another Super Bowl appearance. So here's what's been buzzing around the NFL circles lately. We're keeping an eye on the trade market, because right now, there's talk of a potential blockbuster deal involving none other than Trevor Penning from the New Orleans Saints. Yes, you heard that right. Penning, who's been viewed as a promising young offensive lineman, especially as a tackle, might be on the move right before the NFL trade deadline. Now, why is this relevant for us Steelers fans? Well, it's all about the domino effect in the division and how teams are positioning themselves for the stretch run. A move like this can shake up the entire balance of power in the AFC North, and it's crucial for us to understand what that means for Pittsburgh. Let's back up a bit and look at the context. The Steelers have always been known for their strong, gritty defense, led by the likes of T.J. Watt, who continues to be an absolute game-changer. Watt's presence on the line has been a nightmare for quarterbacks across the league, and he's shown no signs of slowing down this season. But on the offensive side, the team has been working hard to find stability and consistency, especially in the offensive line, a unit that's been a work in progress over the past few seasons. The addition or subtraction of a player like Trevor Penning could be a game-changer, especially if Pittsburgh decides to capitalize on the trade market to bolster their own trenches. Now, Penning himself is a fascinating player. Drafted in 2022, he's shown flashes of brilliance, especially in run blocking, and has the physical tools to excel as a dominant left tackle. The Saints, of course, see him as a core part of their offensive line future, but with the team's current struggles and the need to rebuild in certain areas, there's speculation that they might be open to trading him if the right offer comes along. For a team like the Steelers, known for their strategic moves and their willingness to pounce on veteran talent or promising young players, this could be an ideal opportunity. But what would Pittsburgh have to give up? That's the crucial question. The Steelers are known for their shrewdness in the trade market, often waiting for the right moment to strike. If they were to pursue Penning, it would likely involve a mid-round pick or possibly a player swap, depending on how the Saints value him at this point in his career. This move, if it happens, could help solidify the offensive line, giving Kenny Pickett more time in the pocket and opening up lanes for Najee Harris to operate more effectively. It could also be a statement move, signaling to the rest of the league that the Steelers are all in on contending again, especially with the AFC North getting more competitive each year. And speaking of the AFC North, we all know how the division has evolved recently. The Cincinnati Bengals, with Joe Burrow leading the charge, have looked strong at times, but they've also faced some setbacks. The Baltimore Ravens, always a tough opponent with Lamar Jackson at the helm, are in the mix, and the Cleveland Browns, with their revamped roster, are also lurking around the playoff picture. So, a move like acquiring Trevor Penning could give the Steelers a tangible edge in protecting their quarterback and establishing dominance in the trenches, something that's been a hallmark of Pittsburgh's identity for decades. Now, turning our attention to the Steelers' current season, we see a team that's been resilient, fighting hard in every game, but still searching for that consistent spark. The defense, as I mentioned, remains elite, with Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and a solid linebacker core anchoring the unit. But the offense has had its ups and downs, and that's where an upgrade on the offensive line could make all the difference. Pittsburgh's offensive line has been a mix of young talent and veterans trying to gel together, and adding a player like Penning could be the piece that finally brings cohesion and protection. The Steelers' coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, has always been strategic about roster moves, and this potential trade is no different. Tomlin's teams are known for their discipline, their adaptability, and their ability to find hidden gems that can step in and make an immediate impact. If the Steelers do manage to land Penning, it could be a signal that they're serious about making a deep playoff run this season, not just hanging around as a competitive team, but actually contending for the Lombardi Trophy. And let's not forget Kenny Pickett, the young quarterback who's been gradually developing into a leader. Protecting him better could unleash his full potential, allowing him to make those throws downfield and lead scoring drives more effectively. The offensive line's struggles have been a sticking point, but with a talent like Penning, who's still young and hungry to prove himself, the Steelers could unlock a new level of offensive productivity. It's about building around the core, making smart moves, and capitalizing on opportunities that can elevate the team from good to great. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade actually happens. The NFL trade deadline is always a tense, unpredictable period, full of rumors, negotiations, and last-minute surprises. But what's clear is that the Steelers are prepared to be active, to evaluate their options, and to make moves that strengthen their roster and improve their chances of postseason success. The front office, led by Omar Khan, has shown time and again that they're willing to be aggressive when the right opportunity presents itself. And right now, acquiring Trevor Penning could be the move that cements their place as serious contenders. Looking ahead, if this trade does go through, it could have long-term implications as well. Penning's development could be accelerated in a Steelers system that emphasizes toughness and discipline, and he could become a cornerstone for their offensive line for years to come. For Steelers fans, this is an exciting time because it shows that the franchise isn't standing still, that they're willing to make bold moves to chase that elusive Super Bowl championship once again. So, as we wait for official confirmation, it's worth imagining how this potential addition could fit into the team's plans. Imagine Penning anchoring the line, providing that stability and physicality that the Steelers have always prided themselves on. Imagine Kenny Pickett with more time to throw, Najee Harris with clearer running lanes, and the defense continuing to dominate opponents. It's the kind of scenario that makes every Steelers fan's heart beat faster with anticipation. And remember, this isn't just about one player or one move. It's about the mindset, the hunger to win, and the commitment to excellence that define the Steelers organization. They've been champions before, and with smart strategic moves like this, they're always looking to reclaim that glory. So keep your eyes peeled, because the NFL trade deadline is coming, and if the Steelers pull the trigger on a deal for Trevor Penning, it could be the start of something truly special for the 2023 season and beyond. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now, as we look to the future, it's essential to remember that the Steelers have built a culture of resilience and grit. Their history is filled with moments where they've turned potential adversity into victory, and that's what makes this franchise so special. The possibility of adding Trevor Penning is just another chapter in that ongoing story. It's about building a team that's tough, disciplined, and ready to fight every inch of the way. The fans, the city, and the entire organization are all dreaming of that next Super Bowl victory, and moves like this could be the key to making that dream a reality. And I want to hear from you, Steelers fans. What do you think about this potential trade? Do you believe Penning could be the missing piece on the offensive line? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in that black and gold jersey? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really does matter to us, and more importantly to the Steelers. Remember, this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with every move, the team gets closer to that ultimate goal. So stay tuned, keep supporting your Steelers, and let's see how this story unfolds. I'll be back very soon with more updates, analysis, and everything you need to know about our team. Until then, keep that Steelers pride alive, and as always, here's to the Steel City, the black and gold, and a future filled with championships.